to a new edition of Africa Today, and in this edition of our program we will talk about the inauguration of the third African Medical Exhibition and Conference, Africa Health ExCon. The largest annual event in Africa is held in Cairo under the theme Your Gate to Innovation and Trade, and extends between the 3rd to 6th of June. More details in this report.
Medical entities from over 100 countries operating in the health and pharmaceutical sector are to participate in Africa Health ExCon 2024. The Egyptian Authority for Unified Procurement, UPA, Medical Supply and Technology Management, announced the launch of the 3rd edition of Africa Health ExCon under the theme Your Gate to Innovation and Trade. The event will be held on June 3rd. Africa Health ExCon is an annual healthcare showcasing global expertise and enhancing knowledge sharing to contribute to fostering the medical sector in Africa. With the participation of leading international companies and key entities operating in the health and pharmaceutical sectors, Africa Health ExCon 2024 is expected to attract over 500 exhibitors from various countries worldwide, in addition to over 60,000 visitors from over 100 countries globally. Various Egyptian government entities are to support organizing the conference, recognizing its role in enhancing Egypt's position as a regional hub for healthcare in the region. This comes following the success of launching the first digital business platform to showcase global expertise and contributions to stimulate the medical sector across the African continent. The 2nd edition of Africa Health ExCon 2023, held in June last year, attracted 39,964 healthcare professionals and traders from 113 countries. The event featured 29 scientific conferences, 29 workshops and 316 sessions, with the participation of 1,547 speakers. The conference welcomed over 360 governmental healthcare representatives, CEOs and decision makers from around the globe, discussing ways to develop a sustainable healthcare strategy in Africa. The conference demonstrated a strong commitment to improving healthcare across the continent, providing an ideal platform for exchanging expertise and knowledge transfer among specialists from various countries. Africa Health ExCon represents a strategic platform for the development of the healthcare sector in Africa, fostering cooperation among various stakeholders to achieve sustainable development goals. This underscores Egypt's leading role in medical care and its capabilities in providing top-notch medical services to patients across Africa. The 3rd edition of Africa Health ExCon is supported by a number of leading global healthcare companies.
And we are joined over the phone by Dr. Hussein Khalid, former Minister of Scientific Research. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
So, sir, as we've just said that Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli witnessed the inauguration of the 3rd African Medical Exhibition and Conference, Africa Health ExCon. Can you tell us more about the importance of this conference?
This conference is very important because it contains two main themes: the exhibition and the scientific conference, where many scientists of Africa, Egypt and other countries worldwide attend and discuss and participate and try to close the gap between the academic institutions and the industry. And so this will help in or being a gateway to innovation and trade, and also it will help to increase the economic possibilities and availabilities of the African countries and Egypt among them.
So, sir, if we talk about the theme of this year's conference, which is your gate to innovation and trade, how do you read this theme?
Well, this is very important because scientific research is the bridge and the gateway to improvement in any society, including, of course, health and education, in addition to other priorities. And this is very important in order to help the institutions in the country, both on the production side and on the academic side, to collaborate together nationally and internationally, especially with the African countries, because these are the as we say, soft power of Egypt to collaborate with its brothers and neighbors in this continent.
Yes, Doctor. Also, the African Health Excon will focus on international expertise contributions to boost the health sector across the African continent. How can Egypt benefit the African countries in the domain of health?
Well, it is a mutual collaboration, and it's a mutual benefit between both sides. Will get benefit of collaboration. And of course, we have a very important and strong human infrastructure, as well as our infrastructure in many academic institutions and in many factories and agriculture and all aspects of life. And this collaboration, we will see how they need us and what are the benefits that we can provide them, and at the same time how we can get benefit of the products and of the possibilities, the potential possibilities in each African country. And this is the future, because integration between countries are very important nowadays. The globalization we are living in at least must be strong in the continent of Africa.
So, sir, also this is the largest annual event in the field of health in Africa, which showcases international expertise and contributions to strengthening the medical sector in the African continent. How do you view the importance of such an event, and also how can it encourage investors in these fields to enter the African market?
Well, to my knowledge, this is the largest conference and exhibition that involves most of the African countries. And this is a golden opportunity, as I said before, because the soft power of Egypt is important in order to improve our economic situation, our health and educational situation, and also will be like the tower for Africa in these areas. And we are very happy to invite African scientists and students as well to be working and to be trained in our universities and our institutions. And all of these aspects cannot be done unless there is a conference like this, the largest one, and the integration and the collaboration and the discussions. Discussions are more important than just saying lectures or seeing exhibitions. Discussions between people is very important, and this will help to raise the standards of living of every African country.
So, sir, if we talk about scientific research and its importance nowadays, to what extent the government has exerted more efforts to support scientific research in Egypt in the last period?
Well, you must know, of course, that, for example, Egypt now is ranking number 37 among the 195 nations present in our world today. This rank is very good because we used to be less than this in the last 10 or 20 years. In addition to this, many of our universities are now ranked among the best 500 universities worldwide. For example, Cairo University is ranked among the 200 countries in the area of pharmacy and in the area of engineering, and I think it is more than this in the area of medicine. So these activities will be reflected and applied to improve our current economic and social situation.
So, sir, to what extent scientific research is an important and integral part of the development process in Egypt?
Well, innovation and research is important, and
yes.
It is not just to get this from the other countries. It is very mandatory and important to develop this research nationally.
Yes.
Because we have many national problems that are not present in other countries. So instead of importing Western research, we have to tackle our own problems and get results from the research in order to have many, or to improve many aspects of our life.
Yes, I'd like to thank you, Dr. Hussein Khalid, the former Minister of Scientific Research. And back to our reports from the African continent, and the UN Security Council overcame resistance from several countries on Thursday and extended an arms embargo and sanctions imposed in an effort to stem violence in South Sudan. Details in this report.
The United Nations Security Council voted to extend an arms embargo on South Sudan despite appeals from the world's newest nation, the African Union, and a half-dozen countries, including Russia and China, to lift or at least ease the measure. The US-sponsored resolution got the maximum 9 yes votes in the 15-member council, with 6 countries abstaining: Russia, China, Mozambique, Algeria, Sierra Leone, and Guyana. The resolution also extends travel bans and asset freezes on South Sudanese on the UN sanctions blacklist until May 31st next year. US Deputy Ambassador to the UN Robert Wood welcomed the resolution's adoption, saying that extending the embargo remains necessary to stem the unfettered flow of weapons into a region awash with guns. Russian Deputy Ambassador to the United Nations Anna accused the US of ignoring all positive achievements in South Sudan and focusing on sanctions, which they present as sort of punishment for all the country's problems. For his part, South Sudanese Ambassador to the United Nations told the Council that sanctions impede the progress and relate the country's call for the measures to be lifted. Eliminating the embargo will enable us to build robust security institutions necessary for maintaining peace and protecting the civilians. There were high hopes when South Sudan gained independence from Sudan 2011 after a long conflict, but the country slid into a civil war in December 2013, largely based on ethnic divisions.
And over 3,000 participants from 82 countries attended the 5-day event of the reform of the global financial architecture to take into account climate change. Climate-related challenges was high on the agenda this year. Details follow.
Deputy Foreign Minister Hamdi Sanad Louza has stressed Egypt's unwavering commitment to enhancing African interests and supporting peace and security in the continent. Louza was speaking during a ceremony co-organized by the Arab League, the Egyptian Foreign Ministry, and the African Union to mark the 60th anniversary of the First African Summit.
Egypt has always supported African liberalization movements against colonization. He spoke of Egypt's role in Africa, noting that it has developed even more since President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi assumed office in 2014. Loza also said Egypt organized the 4th Aswan Forum for Sustainable Peace and Development in July 2nd and 3rd. He added that Egypt cooperates with the AU and the African Peace and Security Council to support countries facing challenges, citing efforts exerted with partners to alleviate the suffering of the Sudanese people and promote African representation at international gatherings. Furthermore, Loza highlighted that Egypt seeks to strengthen the African Continental Free Trade Area, the world's largest free trade area.
That was a report on the Deputy Foreign Minister Hamdi Sanad Loza, who has stressed Egypt's unwavering commitment to enhancing African interests and supporting peace and security in the continent on the occasion of the 60th anniversary of the First African Summit. And by that, dear viewers, we come to the end of today's edition of Africa Today. Thank you for watching.